because it seems like Hori just wants to write the outlines, and they're going to be going with a new director each time now. Let's maybe give the series a little bit more of a fresh look at it. And it wasn't just Akira Toriyama that did some of the artist work. It was Ichiro Nakasuwa. And I think he's probably going to be the one responsible for translating more of Toriyama's artwork into the
I'm sure they're
Unreal
going to
engine.
still have him do designs for like major characters and stuff, and then the other guy will do the rest in that style.
Yeah, I'm thinking like he might be the one. We'd like to know if you guys know any further information about this, but he'd be the one rendering the animation and
Well, he's probably
updating it
doing
to
designs of his own, just in the style of Toriyama.
It could be that, but whatever Unreal Engine 4, because it's kind of you can't really like draw a lot of things in 3D per se.
Yeah.
And so he may be the one to kind of like translate it
Brings
and
it
do
to
kind of his
life.
own interpretation into it. So the plot is, mind you, this is a quick write-up from the Wikipedia page, guys, so I didn't have enough time to write out my own this time, so you could follow the Wikipedia page as we're, The game is set in the world of Airdra.
Or
and begins
Lodo something if you're playing in the Japanese version.
Lodo something.
as the kingdom of Dungeon.
I can't remember exactly what it was. It was like,
The land of Lodo something.
yeah.
The kingdom of Dundrasil is invaded and destroyed by an army of monsters. The protagonist, an infant during the attack, is among those who attempt to escape, but becomes separated and ends up floating down a river and is found by an old man known as Chalky in the village of Cobblestone. Being adopted by his daughter, Amber, and protagonist is then raised in the village. As a teenager, he eventually participates in a coming-of-age tradition. An arranged marriage. No, by climbing the mountain Cobblestone tour with his childhood friend, Gemma, which completely disappears as
Basically.
during
comes
the
back
trek.
later.
Yeah.
After the credits.
After the credits.
Yeah.
She's an extra scene.
Oh, hey! Do you remember me? Not really.
Nah.
They are attacked by monsters, and while fighting to protect Gemma, a mark on his hand glows, allowing him to summon lightning to defend themselves. Upon returning, Amber reveals the truth to him about his birth and adoption, and sends him to meet King Carnelian of Heliodor. However, upon meeting him and his royal knights, Sir Hendrik and Sir Jasper, the protagonist is thrown into the kingdom's dungeon under the accusation that he is a dark spawn. It's Sin Spawn.
Yeah, the Darkspawn, an evil being predicted to destroy the world. And once imprisoned, he meets a thief
Lies.
called Eric, who recognizes the mark on his hand, calling him the Luminary, a legendary hero chosen by the World Tree Yggdrasil to save Erdrea from evil, and says that he was fated to meet up with him. The pair then escape by using the tunnel Eric dug and evade capture from Hendrik and Jasper. And then they go to a town called Hodo. The pair then meet two mages who come from a city of Arborea.
Hodo or Hato?
I think it's Hodo, but I said Hodo.
I thought it was a pun name.
It is. It's totally Hodo because that's where the hot springs are.
Yeah.
So yeah, they meet the two sister mages, Veronica and Serena. And a curse fell upon Veronica to make her in a child's body. And then the two immediately recognize him as the Luminary and swear their allegiance to him, as is their sworn duty. And then they go on a quest to reach Yggdrasil so that the Luminary can understand more about what he's supposed to do. And then on the way, they gain three other companions of Sylvando, Rab, the former king of Dundrasil, and the protagonist's grandfather, and then Jade, the exiled princess of Heliodor, who helped the infinite protagonist escape during the attack of Dundrasil. Which that's kind of a bit of a spoiler because that when that happens, it's kind of a big emotional thing and a like huge reveal about Rab and Jade.
So skip this part if you don't want it spoiled.
Yeah, I know that you already know.
Yeah. That's how they work, right?
Yeah.
After
I
the
mean,
fact
it's been a year, though. Everybody who's going to be listening to this has totally played 11.
Yeah, you're right.
Except for, like, Joe.
Well, now is his chance.
Yeah, now's his chance.
play.
Joe,
We'll give him a heads
go
up.
play Dragon Quest XI. It's an easy game. You'll fucking love it. I promise.
Yeah.
Okay, so the party eventually arrives at at the heart of Yggdrasil, which contains the Sword of Light, the Luminary's destined weapon. However, just as the Luminary is about to grab it, he and the party are intercepted by Jasper, Carnelian, and Hendrik, and it is then revealed that Carnelian was possessed the entire time by an evil being known as Mordegon, otherwise known as the Lord of Shadows, and that Jasper has been his agent the entire time.
Was that a surprise to any of you?
No, he totally gave off bad guy vibes
He
the
did.
entire time.
Yeah.
Bosception, which is a staple.
Unfortunately,
it wasn't
I
really
had,
bossception.
I saw a
in that one.
spoiler on Twitter while I was playing through. Spoiled Hendrik.
Oh
as
yeah,
a
I knew about
playable
Hendrik
character.
the whole time.
I was like, come on.
Because I had all the characters already, or at least I thought I did,
Yeah.
and I knew there was going to be one more.
Yeah.
And then it gave me and then that free DLC of the axe came out,
Oh,
and I was
man.
like, okay,
Someone's
well,
got to wield this.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, I'm pretty sure Hendrik is going to join us at some point because he's
Yep.
not really a bad guy, and he doesn't give off the bad guy vibe.
No.
So
I was
um,
okay with it. I just was unhappy with the spoiler.
So yeah, then the two subdue Hendrik and the Luminary's party, with Mordegon taking and corrupting the Sword of Light, absorbing the heart of Yggdrasil for himself, becoming more powerful, destroying the tree, and plunging the world into an age of darkness.
Now this part, oh my god, I didn't expect the other part to happen though. Like I knew the.
This is fucking only halfway, too. This is like everything
Yep.
goes downhill. The hero no longer has the Sword of Light. He doesn't have the power. Like, his luminary powers have been kind of sealed away a little bit.
Yep.
Because the Yggdrasil has fallen. And everybody you know is fucking separated and gone. And it's a fucking great part.
And then
Yeah.
they had the big moment that you find out why the party was saved.
Oh god, yeah.
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 I wasn't expecting that.
We'll talk about that as soon as we get to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so separated from his companions, the Luminary is revealed to have been rescued by mermaids from the underwater kingdom of Nautica, where he learns that since the fall of Yggdrasil, Mordegon has sent his forces to terrorize Erdrea. Upon leaving Nautica, the Luminary returns to Cobblestone, now into a fortified refuge of Heliodor. Citizens led by Carnelian and Hendrik, who apologize to the Luminary for all the troubles they caused him, because Carnelian is no longer possessed by the Lord of Darkness. And then Hendrik joins forces with the Luminary, and together they reclaim Heliodor from Mordegon's forces, which brings back the sun. And on their journey to save the other parts of the world, they reunite with the rest of their party, except for Veronica,
Dun dun dun.
where the party discovered that she had died while saving the rest of the party at the fall of Yggdrasil.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just-
At Arborea, the party learns about a huge flying whale called Ketika, using that they travel to an ancient floating island known as Heavens Above, where they discover the means to forge a new Sword of Light. After forging it, the party eventually goes to the Fortress of Fear to defeat Mordegon's flying fortress. Then they defeat Jasper, who has turned into a demon, and Mordegon himself, and it restores the Yggdrasil and the world. And after a few days after their party, the party gathers at Arborea to celebrate and pay their respects to Veronica. And that is the story,
The end.
and that's where it ends.
simple but executed almost flawlessly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It was really solid all the way through.
Oh, hi there. I hope you enjoyed this clip from Puff Puff Hour, a Dragon Quest podcast. If you happen to like what you see, you should subscribe. We have full podcast episodes detailing the main series of Dragon Quest 1 through 11. Oh yeah, and if you like the content, you should check out our other shows from All Out Geekdom Entertainment. We have Nude Clan and Ultima Final Fantasy, the ultimate Final Fantasy podcast. Or, Dragon Quest.